how are you? My name is Brooke and I am just recently back from vacation. So you can see I have a little bit of a tan and my face doesn't quite match my chest anymore. And I've got some peeling, some unevenness, sunspots, freckles are popping out, you name it. So we've already done underneath our eye coverage. So if you haven't watched that, go back and watch your underneath eye coverage. And I have two different colors underneath my eye. Underneath this eye, I do have Frenchie. And underneath this eye, I have Mango. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how I do an overall sort of a coverage. When I am like this and I am uneven with my skin, I do like to apply my makeup just a hair differently. So I'm going to come through, again, I'm going to use that 3D brush. I'm going to dip right into my Mango just like that. And this is a highlight color. And when I am tan, this color actually becomes my corrector and my main. So this is why I do it this way. So I do kind of change up how I apply my makeup frequently. And honestly, it becomes so easy with Saint that you don't even really realize how quickly your body can sort of adjust, or your brain can sort of adjust to, okay, this is what I need to do today. And I am just applying my makeup in a very traditional manner. And I do this when I want a little bit more coverage than the traditional cheetah hack. So as I'm kind of allowing my skin to sort of fade a little bit and transition back, I am using this way as a way of sort of just evening out my face, right? Evening out my skin tone. And I switch back and forth. You can see between the angled side of this brush and the fluffy side, or the bigger side. And this brush is so great. It's about a medium density. So you can kind of use it to get a little bit more coverage if you want, or you can really use this to have more of like a light coverage. So I really enjoy being able to kind of use this back and forth a couple different ways. You're going to see I'm going straight down half of my face. So it's not very dark. It's not very thick. I'm not using a whole lot. And that's really what I wanted to show you. It's still natural. So I like to call it naturally flawless, right? So let's go ahead and do the other side. Okay. I'm going to go right on the top of my eyelid here. And if you watch the under eye video, you'll know that the top of your eyelids become a little bit more translucent as you get older, right? What doesn't change as we get older, right? It kind of seems like there's always something that is going on. And I'm just kind of rotating back and forth between the fluffy side of this brush and the angled side, depending on whatever it is going on for me. Like whatever section of my face I'm using, basically. Okay, and then I'm going to come through and just kind of go right over my nose because I do have a lot of unevenness over my nose. And I went over the top of my eyelid again, purely out of habit. So I already had something on there, but that was purely out of habit. Isn't that funny? Okay, so here we are. I have everything on my face, and what I like to do is just come through very lightly. I have not resprayed this sponge. I have not gotten it re-wet, and all I am doing here is just kind of setting everything in place. It makes sure I don't have too much makeup on anywhere, so I kind of focus around my nose, around my eyes, and around my mouth. And that way, you're setting everything in place. Let me just actually tuck my hair out of the way here for just a quick second because my hair is actually just getting in my way here. Okay, so when I apply my makeup this way, it's a little bit more traditional. But like I said, I needed a little bit more coverage before I went ahead and continued. So now let's put all the dimension back in. Let's put all the life back in, and let's go ahead and try matching. And you can see, right, with all the different peeling, this is from taking a walk down in the Dominican without sunscreen on. And that's my own fault. I didn't think I would get sunburnt, right? So here we are. So now I need, and this happens. So now I need to match my face. I'm going to come through, I'm going to use the detail brush. This brush is really great because it does have a little bit of a sharper edge. So I'm going to come through like this. I'm going to pull into indigo. I'm using a darker contour, and I'm going to pop this right along my forehead here to give a little bit of dimension and life back in. And I will tell you, I know contouring is very scary, and there's a lot of women that are afraid of it. But I will tell you that this is so natural. By using Saint, by using cream makeup, you can go ahead and really get this very natural look without looking like you have a ton of makeup on. And that is the goal. Now, here's the neat part. You can use this makeup to then be super glam and look like you have a ton of makeup on, and it's just really how you apply it. So there is a natural shadow. Can you see this? So we're just going to define this, because contour is like Spanx for your face. Why not look like you lost like a couple of pounds when you're taking a selfie, right? Am I right? Okay. So the nice part is when you apply this, it warms up to your face. When you apply it with the brush, it's just very, very soft. So all I do is I kind of just blend it as I go. I'm not overthinking it. I come right back to my cheek, and I'm just kind of flicking in this upward motion. And I tell everybody, don't stress. You're playing, right? It's fun. This has brought like the fun out in your makeup, and look at what has sat on my forehead, just blends right back in. And I just kind of blend it, and I keep going back and forth over whatever areas until I have exactly the look that I am trying to achieve, okay? So I kind of just come through. You're gonna see I'm doing a little bit of like a stippling motion versus a real big sweep. This brush is a little bit more dense. This is the detail brush, and it is really, you can use this brush for anything. I love this brush for contouring, and you're gonna see, look at already the depth that it's brought into my face, right? And I went a little heavy on my contour today, and then you can see that I'm really over blending it, right? I did this on purpose because I am trying to blend my tan. So I'm just trying to make my face look as natural as it is, like as natural as my tan is, I should say, but without having all the unevenness. I'm trying to just hide some of that unevenness. So you can come through and you can set this if you would like. I go back and forth between what I like to do. So sometimes I do this just to see if I need to blend it more without needing to knock it down more, and you're gonna see that helped, right? I love that. So now use this brush, come through and use the little tiny side right here and gently go on the sides of your nose. I was so afraid of contouring my nose, and to be honest, I thought everybody would notice. Nobody notices. So I'm going to leave it just like that. All you're doing is just making your nose look a little slimmer, and I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay. So now I'm going to come through. I'm going to use the blend brush. This is another brush that I absolutely adore. And I'm going to be dipping into what was my main color 2 weeks ago. How wild. So I was on vacation. This is my week home. I still have not fully transferred back to my regular color. So this is amber. So this is normally my main color that I used mango today. I'm going to come through. I'm going to use that little tiny side like this. And I'm going to pop a little bit in the corner of my eye right here. So in the corner of both of your eyes, just like that. I'm going to pop a little bit right here on the outside just to give a little bit of a lift. I'm going to come through on the middle, straight down that contour, a little bit on the Cupid's bow and a little bit on your chin. And then I do like to take whatever is kind of left over and I just sort of tap it on the top of my eyelids. And I do that just to sort of blend it all together. I flip over to the other side here. And I love this brush for this because it doesn't overly blend, and it's nice to kind of come through, and it sort of provides this, like, I don't want to say layer, right? Because cream makeup is different than anything else you're using. It's not going to layer on your skin, even if you do apply it in this manner. It's not going to layer on your skin in the same way that foundation would, your traditional liquid foundation. It's not heavy at all. This is actually very light and it works with your skin, which is why it's so preferred with any ladies with more mature skin. So you're going to find the older that you get, they're going to have a lot of women in your 30s, 40s, 50s, and up. Now, the cool part is this makeup is for everybody. So this is great for your teens. This is great for if you're 20s, 30s, because it's just going to last all day long. So if you're out and you're partying with your friends and you still want your makeup to look just as amazing as when you left the house, this is the secret stuff right here. And all that did was just provide a little bit of a brightening color. And the neat part is everything is right inside my palette. So the cool part is as you transition, if you do go on vacation, if you are traveling, especially if you're traveling for a long period of time, you have everything right inside your own palette. It's all magnetic. It was so easy to travel with too. I didn't have to check anything. I could have this right in my carry-on bag. That was so cool. You have everything right here ready to go. Okay, I'm going to show you now before I put my blush on, I do want to add a little bit of bronzer. And this brush right here, again, I am obsessed with all the brushes. I like the way they all do something just a little different. And that way you can kind of tweak it and make your face and your routine and whatever you want your makeup to look like that day, exactly what you want. So I'm using this big fluffy side here and I'm going to use this for the bronzer. And this is Bella that I am using today. I'm going to dip into it like this, just a couple of taps. And I'm going to use this first on my neck and just kind of put it all around here. My neck never gets tan. And I know that's a common concern for a lot of women, right? And then I always have like these white lines here. No matter, I could lay in the sun with my chin up the whole entire time, and that it just never. So this way I can go ahead and look at that. It just blends right in so you don't even know. I'm gonna do another dip here and I'm gonna come right in and I'm just gonna kind of swirl this sort of around. Because again, I'm not going too crazy as far as having a whole lot of highs and lows on my face. The idea of what I did was to even my face out. So as I'm tan or transitioning, my makeup is going to transition with me. So we are still doing tan makeup here. So I'm tapping this on the top of my cheekbones. And I'm going to tap this right over the top of my eyelid as well, just because when I am fully tan on my face, that is where my color goes. I'm tapping again and I'm going right into my forehead and right over the top. So why is Bella awesome? Bella is my girl. She's so good. She's sheer, number one. So you can see you're going to get this coverage that is unlike any other bronzer. It also has no shimmer in it. So it looks very natural. This brush is great too at applying it because again, you can see as I'm like coating all over my face, all I did was just blend my entire face to match my chest with zero issues. You can also use this as a lip liner. You can use it as eyeshadow. You can also use this to cover any dark spots that you may have. Okay, let me go ahead and show you the other side. And I am going to dip into Black Cherry. Black Cherry is probably one of the scariest colors on our website because it is so dark. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to show you when you're tan, when you're in the summer, when you're on vacation, you want this color because this is like such a gorgeous color. But it is like the perfect color for transitioning your makeup. So if you're not wearing it every day, which you totally could because it's just so natural and so beautiful. But when you're coming back and you're going to see, I kind of tap up and over with whatever is left. And I only do that when I'm transitioning my makeup with being tan. So just coming back to the beach, like the first couple of days when you're coming back from the beach, like in the summer, this is what I'm doing. And I'm kind of coming up and over because when you do get a little bit of that sun, that is what happens, right? I also take it, and here's a little secret too. And I just pop a little bit here and here in the corner. And then I flip over to that big old fluffy side that I use for the bronzer. And I do a little bit right here too, as you can see, right on the top. And again, I take that big fluffy side. Super natural, right? And it just all blends together. So when I do apply my makeup in this manner, you're gonna see me, I do pick up and sort of dab with this sponge often. It also makes sure that it like blends it too, but I'm not swiping it. You can see I am dabbing it, right? Just so you know. There we go. That is it. So now you can finish off your routine, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm just going to do my eyebrows while we're finishing talking. And the cool part is you can leave it just like this, or if you prefer to have a little bit more of a matte finish, you can use our vanilla dusting powder. And that way you will have a little bit more of like a matte finish to it, which will be nice, but still looking natural. You're not going to look cakey. And that I love about our vanilla dusting powder. So it is kind of more of like a light coverage for the powder. So if you are wanting something a little bit more of a matte finish, you will have to use something different. This is like right down in the middle. It works really well with this makeup. And again, it keeps it very natural. And that is something that also keeps it very youthful too. So there is a brush for that. You can go ahead and use the powder brush for that. And you can come through. The vanilla dusting powder is also a magnetic tin, just like this, and you can come through. And there are just like key points that they recommend you applying it. It's underneath your eye, just like this. You saw me do it on my forehead, your lip, and your chin. So these are the areas, and sometimes I like to just travel it like this, like right underneath. You could also apply it all over your face. So that is completely up to you. Those are just the key points that I like to do. And there you go, you guys. That is it. It is so easy. And as you saw, I even did my eyebrows. And I just used contour for that too. So this is why I have a couple extra colors in here. So these are just 3 different blushes. That is what I use underneath my eye. If you did watch, and you can see that is underneath this eye. Mango is underneath this eye. So I do have 2 different colors underneath my eyes, but you're gonna see once I put my makeup over the top, you can't even tell. So whatever works for you. 2 different contours. This is the contour on my face, and this is what I use for my eyebrows. And I go back and forth all the time. In the summer, I tend to use indigo a lot. This is my Bella bronzer. And then this is my main color, my highlight, and my corrector. But for now when I'm tan, this is my main color, and this is my highlight, and this just kind of hangs out for a little bit. So the cool part is you can use this all the time. And then because I'm using the double decker, you can have some go-to eyeshadows, a lip conditioner, some more blushes, illuminators, the vanilla dusting powder. It's nice to kind of have everything all in one. And it just makes traveling so easy. So we're going to come through with the illuminator and just pop a little bit of shine here because I'm talking and I almost forgot about it. Go ahead and apply it on your lips. A little bit of that lip conditioner, which kind of acts like chapstick. There you go. Now we're done. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. And I want to see your look. Finishing your makeup after your tan is a little different than when you're not tan. But as you can see, by using this cream makeup, it is so easy, so natural, and it just makes it so much more fun, right? So I absolutely love that too. All right, so let me know, keep me posted, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.